tell me that I'm holding my current boyfriend more accountable than anybody that I have, and that she doesn't even think it's fair. So I had to have her pause and just stop. I said, so here's the difference. I'm a different person. I've evolved. I've gotten better over time. So, like, where it is that I should have been doing that in the past. I should have been holding people more accountable and having them step up in different ways. So then she was like, okay, I get it. That makes sense. I'm just like,
Why would it not make sense before you said that though?
but she felt like I was giving the other guys in the past more grace. And
I
I'm like,
get
I'm
it.
better now.
I get that, but
Well,
why
she was
would
the
she
only one
want you
with
to
that
stay
logic.
that way?
She was the only one with that logic. I don't know because I'm like, um, I don't know why it is that she felt the need to do that because she did. And I kind of looked at the phone crazy when she said it, or I don't remember if she was in person or not. And I was just like, hey, I am at this place because I've grown and I want better for my life. And why shouldn't I enforce standards and things like I still have certain struggles. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I do still have certain struggles when it comes to certain boundaries or enforcing what I know I should be doing or what
What's
should
one
be
of
right.
them?
Huh?
What's one
My
of them?
struggles?
Yeah.
Struggles?
Yes, ma'am.
I would say, like even on when I want to be by myself, I don't feel like dealing with anybody. With Joseph, sometimes he'll be like, "Man, I just want to be there with you." And like there was one weekend that I think I told you about it. It was the one weekend that I had words with him in reference to his behavior at my job, and I wanted to just have that time to myself. But I allowed him to wear me down, and I gave in instead of enforcing. I want to be by myself. I don't want to be bothered.
Mm-hmm. Let me ask you this. Okay. At what point? At what point do you feel as if, or do you ever have this? Have you ever even thought like this? Have you ever thought that if you're constantly, I'm not saying you do, but if, let's just say with the Joseph guy, and if you're constantly having to, or sometimes having to give in on what you naturally want to do you ever think to yourself, these people, this person is manipulating manipulating me slash using this against me, that they can tell I do get weak. They can tell I don't put my foot down. So instead of them respecting my boundary, which any person in your life should just naturally respect the boundary. Even if I wanted to spend time with you, I gotta be able to let you breathe and be respectful of that and not try to make you feel bad and keep calling. Do you take it as a disrespect, or do you take it like the shit you kind of told me that he's just love bombing me, and I take it a little bit more than that. How do you feel about it?
Disrespect, but they're invoking their will upon me, which I guess you can look at as a form of disrespect. You can. But I can't say that I necessarily look at it that way.
Why is it that you're not, or do you think about it in depth, or is it just a surface thing like, oh, I know what I said
It
but
just
he wants
depends.
something else? Huh?
It just depends on where I'm at. Like there are plenty of times where I'm like, no, I want to be by myself, and I do that.
I'm talking
So
about when the times you break.
it's very rare that I've broken with him.
But you
I
have
have
broken.
broken with
Okay.
him. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I have.
And let me ask you this. I know you said earlier in the conversation to me, you can tell me if you don't want me to say anything, but to me, I believe a lot of your. I'm not saying you don't have something further, but when you said earlier in the conversation that your sex drive, like my sex drive is straight, but I don't. I don't put myself in. No woman compromises what I say and I won't do and do. You feel what I'm saying? Like none of them. So that's where I'm trying to get. Do you think that sometimes it could be a possibility that you slip? Not saying this is the reason, but in the past, maybe in your life ever, has you having a sexual bond to a guy helped him kind of get past the boundaries sometime because you wanted that part or missed that part as well?
I would say no. I would say maybe in the past, maybe one or two people, maybe. But in this situation, no.
Okay. So when I asked you before, like what is his strongest attributes? Let me ask you from this perspective. Based off all the men, well, the let me word it. Based off
Based off the men,
the
okay,
men
go
that
ahead.
you've known in your lifetime, is this man Joseph giving you something so unique and so spellbound that you have never had in your life?
I would say that in some ways yes, and some in other ways no. I would say that um,
What
he definitely.
Okay, what is he giving you that is
Let,
unique?
let me.
I'm trying to.
I was about to roll into that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, let me.
I don't I
Um,
don't talk I talk a little different than other people, so I hear you. But I think fast, so sometimes I gotta speak it.
but if you allow me to just freely talk, it don't come natural for me because I feel like I'm being analyzed, and I don't like that.
Analyzed?
Yes, you're analyzing me and my life and some of my choices and my behavior.
No, I'm
That's what it
learning
feels like.
something. I'm
That's
learning.
that's what it feels like.
I don't Okay. But if I don't, that's how I know how I learn about anything. I ask questions.
I'm with you. I understand. Um, and he chooses me a little different than some of the men that I've dealt with. Like I'm not saying that men haven't chosen me, but like I would say he definitely cares for me deeper than a lot of the people that I've dealt with. And I'm not saying people have to care for me deeply. I'm just
Yes, ma'am.
saying. Um, but
Are, are you gonna roll into how? Is that coming next?
I guess I'm not really wanting to roll into a house. I mean, I would
Okay,
say
that's fine.
but he's attentive, he's affectionate. Not saying I haven't had Adam. It's like he's really attentive. He's really affectionate. Like
Okay.
when puppies are born, whoever that's caring for them, they are stuck to them, and that's their person. And they follow that person around.
I
And
got you.
I'm not calling the man a dog or whatever like that, or trying to
I
say
get
that.
where you're going.
But that's their person. That's their attack. I think he has like a super attachment style that's just who he is, and sometimes it's smothering for me. But I also know that if he could do anything to protect me, he would. He has those qualities He has a lot of the qualities that I would like in a person.
I got you. But you also said these things aren't uniquely to him, this him in a different way. But these
Say
are
that one more time.
you also kept making a disclaimer that it's not to say you haven't had men that wouldn't protect you and wouldn't do
But I
shit
would
for
say
you.
the level is heightened.
How do you
It's a
know this
higher
based
level.
off nothing has happened that he had to protect you? Like, where have you seen this in play? Like, I've never heard that before. Like, I know he'll protect me. Like, what is he doing to
I said
protect
I
you?
know that he would keep me from harm and protect me if need be. I mean, I haven't seen it in action.
Right.
I know that he has me walk on a certain side of him. I know that he will step in front of me. I know that somebody was outside my house. He went outside my house and was like, "Hey, do you need anything? You can't park right here," or whatever the case may be. Like little things like that. I mean, but nothing major. Nothing God, I haven't been in a position where he's
Okay.
had to protect me.
All right. Well, loose talking. Do you know? Not saying it's a takeaway, but I just wanted you to know this. That do you know that me and Tanner would do the same thing for you if we was around you?
I'm sure.
No, no, no. Do you know it? Like, do
I
you?
said I'm sure.
I know it. Okay.
That means as in certain. I'm sure.
Okay, got you. I just want you to know that type of thing ain't relegated to just a role. You know,
But
other people who care about you like that. I just want to say that. That's it. We'll protect you
like
too.
I've
We
dealt
got you.
with a person that I know that he would kind of steer clear of confrontation. Like not that I'm one that would get in or cause confrontation. Sometimes things happen,
Right,
but
right.
like
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
but yeah,
He
but
just wasn't more of a protector type being.
he not built like that. He ain't
Yeah, yeah,
built like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It's blue collar, white collar. It's prep people that's like they ain't never had to fight. They ain't never, and that's a good thing. But sometimes it could make things a little tricky when you need to step up and be a force. So yeah,
Right.
yeah.
I'm like, of course, I mean, there are moments I'm like, okay, maybe I have more balls than he does. I don't know. Just saying.
No, you don't. You just once again not saying you, but a lot of women move around with knowing you have the police in your back pocket and you have most
I
of.
ain't gonna believe in my baby.
No, listen to what I'm saying. I said not. Remember, I started with maybe not you. That's where I'm speaking from. Not you. But if a woman gets smacked, you got niggas have the fear of going to jail behind doing shit. If they even thinking that way. That's all I'm saying by having the police in your pocket. Meaning, if some do really happen, you know there will be somebody that will show up for you. Not saying that's how you move, but that is a fact that you live in America, in Georgia, which has some of the worst laws for domestic violence and anything against women. That's what keeps a lot of bullshit away from y'all because nigga know 12 gonna pull up. You can talk sassy all you want, but you can't beat no 15 niggas. You just can't.
Right.
And you can't shoot out with everybody either, Ebony. That just ain't smart. You can have all the balls you want, but you put yourself in a stupid ass situation, you know if shit get too tight, you can grab one of them phones, say 911 please. These niggas tripping. Men don't think of ever calling the police. Ever. Not regular niggas. We gotta deal with this shit. We gotta deal with them 15 niggas. So get what I'm gonna do? Walk away. Talk calm. Not raise my voice and threaten niggas. Not like I said, not saying you act like this. But a lot of women talk slick and very crazy to men. Cause they know there's somebody they can call. Like it could be your brother, it could be your cousin. You feel what I'm saying? Like it ain't just you that got to deal with a nigga.
I guess I just feel bigger because I'm like, you calling somebody that also cause a different level of harm.
Now I just want to know, but I respect that. Um, I just my whole thing is I do ultimately want people to be well, and what I'm seeing is a lot of the same common behaviors, and it doesn't matter the walk of life or the background. Um, and a big girl said it. She said a whole lot of bullshit, but this is my honest truth that I know in my heart to be true. We as a people, especially as a community, as our coworkers, our neighbors, our family, especially bringing in new people in our lives, I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt, because we've never had a system. You had to go to school to learn this. You had to take training for your job now. You didn't come in fresh out of Best Buy and be at the position you are at that bank. It took time. To me, and if you feel differently, express yourself. We do not take the sufficient time and do enough due diligence before bringing people into our lives. We go off these emotions and these feelings, and we step past boundaries that, if I believe totally, if we could not have sex with a male or female, whatever the opposite sex, and build that relationship, I 100% believe that relationship would be stronger.
I agree. I agree with you.
Because I can want to fuck you all day, Ebony, but if I feel like at the end of the day, this little moment of satisfaction may lead to um, maybe not on my end, because I've always been able to process shit. That just because of one, and it's sad that we're at this time, but I know a woman having sex with me don't mean I'm the man of her life, and I'm not talking about you, okay? But let's say every other woman I've been with, all of them fucked somebody before me and after me. They didn't stop not one bit. This ain't Coretta Scott. I didn't go away and them hoes say dick ain't nothing. Every bitch that I ever loved says, but I can't wait to see another nigga. When they was in my face, I was the moon, sun, and the stars and the light, and boy, what you doing and where you going. But now, not like I said, 10 niggas later, 15 niggas later, 3 niggas later, it seems to be the stabilizing shit within the black community, that we need to get our rocks off, rather than we need to learn how to talk to each other, how to communicate with each other. And how do you learn? How do you learn? How do you go through adversity? Well, this is how I go through adversity. Knowing our weakest links and actually having to fix shit on the job, and not, oh, let's get together and just try to splice this shit together as we go. That shit, it doesn't, I haven't seen it work well, Ebony. And that's my life, your life, every other nigga person I know. If they didn't have a set plan and foundation, that shit didn't go right. And it took 10 years sometimes, 8 years, 4 years to figure out, you know what? I didn't do the right shit to even do this shit. This shit was about a bitch was fine, a nigga was cute. I wasn't fucking with nobody. It was the timing. But what about us? I believe sexual partners are the number one people that pull us away from what the fuck our purpose is. Facts. If they not helping with your purpose, if a nigga ain't cleaning motherfucking camera equipment and loading the truck up, and willing to hold a light and hold a mic and boom, god damn it, he gonna get in the way of what the fuck you doing, cause he gonna feel if he ain't got no motion, that's man or woman, they're gonna be like, this nigga gonna leave me. God damn, they got shit going on. God damn. Yeah.
And sometimes I feel like, and I don't believe everybody has to be working at your speed or doing the same thing or having the same drive. I was having this conversation with one of my male friends yesterday. I said, you don't have to have an entrepreneurial spirit, but you have to add to my productivity.
Uh-huh.
You got to, because I don't like to feel stagnant, and I have something that requires me to move, and I'm working, and I work hard. I've been that way all my life, and I don't need somebody that's gonna slow me down.
Isn't that, can you apply that to everyone as well, if need be?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody has to be, not saying selfishly or out of controlly, team me and never nothing else, but they gotta know I'm pushing. I ain't doing nothing fucked up. I ain't doing nothing to hurt nobody. Like, I'm doing something that's a thing to me, and I've seen it both ways, male and female, where they were, into someone, and that person got jealous of what the fuck them people were doing already. And it wasn't no stripping shit, wasn't no hoe shit. Wasn't no nigga out flirting with bitches at the bar shit. It was, they did have that entrepreneur spirit, and I'm not gonna flex up. Take yourself out of it. But it's just like me and smoking. I don't care if you don't hit the blunt all the time, Ebony. But if you a bitch talking about, why you gotta smoke that? I could never fuck with you. You hear me? Ever. I'm talking about ever. And because I have an entrepreneurial spirit, I damn near gotta be fucking with a bitch like that. Because if you just satisfied with clocking in every day, and most of the women I know and fuck with been on salary. So I don't fuck with I ain't never really fuck with regular workers outside of a few waitresses or some shit like that in the restaurant game, which they moved up to management. But all these women, especially in the last 10 years, realize, damn, you put in way more work than I do. They already built the building for you. All you do is park at your parking lot and walk in the door. You got elevators and escalators. Nigga, this shit we do, it's real out the mud, nigga. I'm going to the store. I'm in traffic for an hour and a half. I'm motherfucking prepping. I'm cooking. I'm chopping. I'm dicing. I'm braising. I'm motherfucking making my sauces. I'm marinating. I'm brining. I gotta dry this shit over there. I gotta set up. I gotta take equipment. They realize, damn, I don't know if I got it in me to do my own shit. And I realize you are unique like the other women, but it's millions of y'all that ain't motivated whatso fucking ever but to go get a paycheck from somebody else. Like, that shit guaranteed. That shit ain't guaranteed. I'm just talking about sense. Fuck if he got the entrepreneurial spirit or she got it or not. Why the fuck you think that job guaranteed? That's what my mind is.
But it's not a problem working a job.
I didn't say that. I said the guarantee part. Not you, Ebony. Not you.
I'm not negating what you said. I'm just making a statement.
I know, but who you talking about? These people think there's nothing more to life but a job.
Like, he has a clothing line that he does sporadically. And I told him, for me, at my maturity level, I said, it's not. I'm glad you're doing your thing. I think you need to grow past what that is. However, that's on you. I said, it's not a brand that I would wear. And I told him that. Like 2 weeks ago, he kept saying, well, I'm going to make you a shirt. I said, I'm going to make you a sweatshirt. I said, I'm not going to wear it. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, but I don't care for the art that you do is not something that I would wear. He made it anyway. Am I going to wear it? No.
He's not able to access. See, listen to me. I don't know if you watch Mason Cam. but they came back together, right? And when this whole Dwight Howard situation came out, it's a young lady that hosts the show Stat Baby, and Stat Baby go on that bitch first. Then Cam came after her, and people make this phrase: "It don't matter what you do in the privacy of your bedroom," or da 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 da. When that ain't how niggas really think. That ain't how people really think. People judge shit. People look at shit. But May's point was that was the point of when you said earlier. Think about this. Take yourself out of it. If your homegirl came to you and say, "I think my boyfriend or the man I'm attaching myself and thinking about living my life with, he has something going on that I think is a kind of a stagnant type of thing that if it's not gonna jump off, he needs to put everything he can try to put into it, but if not, kind of let it go." But he's not even listening to shit that I'm telling him. He's not taking anything into consideration. If you were in a panel, somebody would be able to not tell you exactly what to do, but give a suggestion that the people that are in your life have to be, need to be like you are in their life, accessible to criticism or being able to adhere to, hey, constructive criticism in the sense of, listen, I care about you. I'm not telling you this for shits and giggles. And they should be able to look past, well, this and this and that of the world before you and say, hold up, this woman right here is a smart, intelligent, business-minded, entrepreneurial, managerial person. She's on top of her shit. She's responsible. Maybe she got a fucking point. What's up, babe? What you think I'm like? I've heard about niggas like this. I don't know who they are, but that's what I'll be thinking, that if he's so receptive and so loving and so intimate, that something like that, it'll be like, for real, babe, what you think? How should I change that shit? Give me some ideas. Like I'm gonna do some sketches and see if you like them. Like, he still made the shirt is saying, yeah, bitch. I heard what you said, but listen, I love you so much. I'ma still love you the way I wanna love you. People at this point in my life, Ebony,
But
it
you
is a
shouldn't. People that can't just love you the way they want to. People need to actually see how a person wants and needs to be loved and love them that way.
that's my next point. That's all I'm saying is from the moment you spoke about him, I didn't shit on the man. But I know human behavior, so it doesn't matter if it's Joseph or Kennedy or Jed from Kansas or nobody. I know men behavior, women behavior, and I tend to think if he's not 25, you're speaking about he's at least 40 something, right?
You're 42.
Right. So at this point, I'm only evaluating not how he was loved as a child, and that, but I'm evaluating in this amount of time, if he's lived a normal life, he should have seen and gone through certain things at this point. What I've seen is things have happened with him well before, and you know this, well before you knew this man, that he needs to, at best, address a few things before he fully attaches himself. This ain't got nothing to do with you. This got something to do with his other people in his life. He knows that he struggles with these things, that it comes off when you first told me the smothering part. And I asked, is he like that with you, or is he, you think that's him? And you can't fully know, but
But see, I've asked some questions because that's a concern for me. Why are you attaching yourself to me so hard? Is it because I'm the best thing you've ever had? Man, he hasn't had a lot of long relationships, and I had to ask him why. I'm literally asking questions. I don't just take the answer.
I
I'm
got you.
literally trying to understand because it's imperative. Because if a person's going to deal with you, there are certain things you need to know. So, like, he Like I think I may have told you about his. I think I don't know if it was his first long-term relationship or what, but the girl got pregnant. She was pregnant with twins, and then she decided she didn't want them. He wanted the babies. She didn't. She aborted the babies. I think he's still struggling with it. He doesn't admit to it. We argue about it. But I tell him that he's got some stuff that he needs to discover about himself and for him to evolve. And I told him he needs to see a therapist for him because he kept saying we can do couples therapy. And like he always likes to holler, you there? Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. He always likes to holler about staying power. I said, we too early in the game for you to be yelling about some staying power. No, there's some work
Let me ask
you
you
got to
this.
do, and there's work that I have to continue to do. So, like, no.
I get. Do you think if you haven't thought about this, this just came to me. Do do you what percentage would you give if you were just a guessing woman on the percentage that the failure to success rate would be higher? Do you think you would be better off staying in the same situation with a person and going through it with them? Do you think that's the best way, or do you think stepping back from it and then everybody checking back in to make sure we progressing and still on the same page, that may get better success?
The latter of the two. And I've actually tried that approach, but I mean, of course, I know you, and I know my friend was. I know a nigga. Why don't you put your foot down and what you say, go, you choose. But like I've tried that. We've talked about that, and he's just like, I don't do breaks. I don't do breaks, and I'm just like, I know I'm at a point where
Hey, hey,
I'm
get your shit
I'm
out.
going to, huh?
Get your shit out, because I have something to say.
I don't even know you guys.
Get
You know,
your shit out.
I'm just like,
Get your shit out.
I'm done. Go ahead.
All right. Listen. When I'm coming with something, it's not scripted. So I'm trying to be mindful of how I come off, because I do come off certain ways to people. Um, I'm not trying to say I'm your daddy or no one even. I'm not to negate how you feel about me, but I'm saying in your overall existence, I'm not saying I count. But I am saying as an entity that has known your spirit, I take I take strong offense on hearing shit like that, because, and I'm gonna leave it here.
You take strong offense to what?
I take offense to you telling me shit like that, because I ain't
I
even
mean,
gonna
stuff
go.
like what? Like
What you
what
just
part of
said?
what?
What you just
I
said?
said a lot.
He don't do breaks. Let me go raw. Who gives a fuck? What is you talking about? Like, I'm sorry. Ain't no way I came this far in my life, deal with all the shit I gotta deal with, and somebody can tell me anything other than, bro, you in the program, or you, to me, man, I'm sorry. Because I never treated you or none of the other women in my life that I had the access to be at this level at grownness. I'm talking about full on grown. I'm spending the night. We doing adult shit. Yeah. I ain't never went past what this woman wanted. And I don't respect no nigga that do the other fucking opposite. I don't give a damn who you is. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't respect male or female entities that do not adhere to what a person, because what you talked about when we first started speaking, you don't know what somebody's mental capacity, you don't know where they at, You don't know what they're going through fully. But when you take the fact that not just this individual, but other individuals I've known from women know what you going through emotionally, medically, and they still don't do everything like a nigga like me would do. I don't understand it. I don't
Well,
understand it.
I have to tell him sometimes, like, 'cause when I enforce my boundaries, like, I don't have the mental capacity. Like, the last 2 days, it's just like, I just been on the phone with him, and I don't be check in because my mind has so much going on, and I'm so heavy in the sense. And I literally tell him, I said, look, I got so much going on with me. I'm not really hearing you. It's not on purpose, but I'm not here.
That all right. This is just my raw shit. This is what I've told other women. That different situations, but these are the facts. When you have all this going on, Ebony, I'm just being honest. Um, it is no one else's burden, right? But ours.
It's just mine.
And you know, the people that's why I'm just speaking from my heart right now. That's why I ultimately feel like I don't know if I'll ever have that one person for me type love that I seen on TV and I think I seen some people have. I'm okay with partnerships of people just having genuine care and concern for me and, you know, able to help me and I'm able to help them out. But I'm just saying for you, I understand it's your choice. I ain't you do it. I just in my real other side of me, I swear everybody woman that I care about or niggas even that's finna make decisions, I wish I could just come goddamn step in and talk to both parties and be the mediator on some look. I'm somebody, I'm high ranking official in these folk life. This is what's best right now. She dealing with a lot. I know you can understand. If you truly love her, you truly got, you feel me? She ain't going nowhere. But this is in no shape or form gonna help her. And then you gotta be able to see that.
I may go somewhere. Not as in go be with somebody, but
yeah, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying.
Yeah.
That, but see, I strongly.
Yes, how are you?
I just don't want you going through that of a man telling you at this point, based off, I know you done the healing and you gone through what you gone through, but I feel like you don't need no other male entity ever coming into your door, no matter how sweet, how kind, how loving, telling you what they ain't gonna do for you. No one. No one gets that right, Ebony. No one. Not me, not this nigga, not that nigga. If you say no, okay, Eb, I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Hope you have a good night. Anything else I can do. That's it. You said no. I'm just going to support it. Straight up. Nothing else. To me, that's all you deserve unless you feel like you deserve something else. And then I need to know that so I can stay out your business like that.
No.
You can tell me, boss, for certain niggas, they can get this pussy in sideways and upside down. I ain't going nowhere.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. At least I know. But if you tell me, no, I don't like that, then, well, shit. We got to work on that.
Right.
That's who you are, Ebony. Your work ethic don't stop just at work. That's who you are got to be in your life. The same shit you can't go against company standard yesterday on the wheels, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can't go on no nigga telling you what they don't do with you. Hell, you talking about? What you don't do, that ain't got shit to do with Ebony. what you don't do. This is what I request of you, nigga. I requested of you, nigga. You need to hear. Do I need to? You need to use manipulating words. I requested of you. I summoned you to do this for me. In the order of Sheffield. Do you adhere to it or not? I ain't got nothing to do with what you want. I'm gonna keep on being me. That's dangerous behavior. I don't care if he hasn't shown anything of but I'm just telling you from somebody who took these real classes and anger management and psychoanalysis. Listen.
Sound like my therapist. She was like, I think he's obsessed with you.
I'm just trying to tell you. I
was like, but he's never done anything.
Ma'am, they don't do anything. They don't do.
Yelling.
But once again, you gotta understand something, Ebony. There's motherfucking women out here that's not, and you know of these women. You're not like them because you just talked about having more nuts than a nigga, right? But there are other women, you cannot raise your voice at them. That is a dead break over with. You hear me? Dead break. And some of these women have not been hit, but other women have gone through a little domestic shit, or, you know, a man yelling from their father to just maybe one other nigga. That's a standard that they will not, and it will be understood from the door. If you cannot communicate yourself without raising your fucking voice and cussing aggressively toward me, I will not be with a man like that. To me, that's another no deal breaker for me when it comes to men. But
I communicated that with him. I was like, look, I don't do the yelling. I said, that causes me to shut down. And it doesn't, I said, I don't function at my best. I said, it does something to me. You can't do that shit.
But that's who he is what I'm saying. Until he gets the help, that is exactly what he is until the help. I took anger management, Ebony. So I took it multiple times. The second time, they gave us a book that essentially you had to, you know, when shit was actually happening in your real life, you know, to pass the shit, you would have to use these exercises. And I didn't have, that's what I'm trying to say. I said this shit in middle school. There's no book to this shit. But every girl has this, I want a boy that gives me roses. I want a guy. But every fucking girl, Ebony, was different. You hear me? This girl want roses. This other girl wants you to put a thumb in her butt. You like, what the fuck? How? It's no book to this shit. And we just blindly going into it based off, I get it, Ebony. We like love. We want to feel love. We want to feel da 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 da. But to me, something worth having is worth taking time to get to that point. Like, to be your friend again, if I gotta wait 2-3 years to be able to be cool with you and hang out with you, oh well. That's what's going on. I'll talk to you and keep up with you to the end, my nigga. If it's worth it. But if it ain't worth it, niggas ain't doing the necessaries, Ebony. Speaking from a man who's a man's man, nigga. Whether you want to be with me or not, I'm a man's man, nigga. If a nigga won't do and adjust his shit immediately for you, bitch, you ain't finna get the best. Sorry. I tell anybody, my sister, I had to tell this shit to her husband because he got the cheating. And I said, my sister on the internet a whole lot. This look like a single bitch behavior. Oh, yeah, she hanging out with a bitch who divorced. Oh, yeah. Then I get to a party and her husband there, and he like, yeah, it's just understand these females gonna get they get back when niggas out here. I say, oh, is this nigga confessing? Yeah, I ain't never talked to my sister, but I did talk to my daddy. And I said, hey, I said, Sade moving around like, you know, she all on the net, hanging out, having girls trips. Like, she got 2 children. What the fuck is this bitch doing having girls trip, going out of the country? Oh, what going on?
Hey, that's okay to do every once in a while.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Not when you have a husband, it ain't. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. You can't have shit. You ain't married no more. You ain't married no more. You ain't married no more. You a single woman like I'm a single man. I heard you. But you finna talk about it. Okay, tap, go ahead, watch this shit.
Okay.
Watch this.
I do think that, I mean, as far as you don't have to lose your individualism. I do think that you should, if you're married, you should hang out with women that are married and that are like-minded. But it's okay to have, not all the time, maybe once every maybe year or every 2 years, for you to go out with your friends. There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, okay. That's nice that you say. This ain't what my sister was doing, though.
What was your sister doing?
Didn't you just hear me? I'm on Instagram, and this bitch out every goddamn week. This bitch
no, that's not okay. That's not
this
okay.
bitch is out. Listen, I'm a nigga who watch women who, when they with a nigga, them bitches ain't on the internet. Till when they ain't, we outside, bitch. Yeah. And that's how my sister was living. My sister show pictures of her at the doctor's office, at her job, with her son, with her daughter. You hear me? All of a sudden, drinks over here at bungalows, drinks over here at this place, drinks. We getting real cute. Ain't no nigga. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 women. Ain't none of these hoes married. None of them. She the only married bitch. What's going on? I don't know what's going on, but I see the optics. I see what I see, Ebony. I've been around this shit. I'm the nigga that know what the fuck be going on in real life, but know the bitches that post online like everything goddamn sweet. I'm the nigga who's known this shit for 25 years on women you know and don't know that tell me and show me what the fuck really going on, but get on that internet and be like, he got me roses. You bought them goddamn roses, ho. You trying to put on for your family and them. That nigga is fucking everybody, baby. Like, no, most women don't want to deal with, they nigga fucking everybody. They don't want to deal with that. I don't know why it's such a bad thing, but if he's 6 feet this and look good as fuck and skin good and his teeth good and he smell good, bitch, you in competition. Yep. You in, but that bitch was out there and she fucked around too. I know my sister. I stayed with my sister for a few months. Yeah, she like a nigga. She can be like a nigga. Very much so. Sade is one of the only women that make me laugh. Naturally, not laughing at her, but she can say some funny shit that make me laugh. But she like a nigga. And she started looking like she wasn't no mama no more. And when you a wife, you are not no 19-year-old spring break bitch. And you a mother, you double time. Ain't none of that. You represent your fucking family. You represent your husband. You represent your kids. I don't care that women don't want to hear that from a man. But that if you say you traditional, it can't change into 2023 tradition that I got 3 baby daddies and I'm finna get married next month. What the fuck are you talking about? To who? Oh, this nigga just got out of jail. He my pen pal. What are you talking about? What's happening? This is normal shit for women now. Just fucking with the what type of niggas is left for y'all? That's what y'all don't realize. It ain't. To me, y'all gonna have to learn to share and get out your head that since hoeing and all that done became so popular and understood by women because they was trying to be in the white woman's fight of feminism. Good niggas ain't finna deal with all that bullshit, man. The ones that's gonna protect you and love you the right way and, you know, have boundaries himself and be working out with you and praying with you and all that type of shit. They ain't finna go. You gotta get rid of the fuck niggas, man. Like, it's, and it's hard to try to tell man or woman, but I think a lot of women, they didn't never want to deal with the fact that the man they chose wasn't the right man. That's too heartbreaking to for a woman to be like, damn, I believe like a motherfucker, or I made myself believe. But my thing is, I know y'all wired to love, cause no matter what you've been through, you keep fucking doing it again. Like, here we go. Here we go. And it's like, man, slow down. The fuck? Slow down, please. I can't slow down. I done already moved them in and what? Moved in? How the fuck you? How this nigga? How this nigga get? Woo!
No.
Ebony, the moment I hear about this, I'll change my life schedule and be at your house, nigga. That nigga, you just gonna have to get rid of me as a friend all the way out. You gonna get rid of me, cause I ain't finna allow for this. What's going on around here? I'm out in the yard like your daddy. What's going on around here? No, we ain't.
Daddy likes him though.
I don't give
Like,
a damn.
I keep telling him to stop referring to him as his son-in-law. Like, Dad, stop.
Listen, you gotta understand your father's from a different time, right?
But he's like two of them. Two of my boyfriends.
I get it. He from a different time, but you gotta understand there's a backstory of your daddy liking a man for him being a man, and that ain't got shit to do with for you though. Do you understand
that?
that?
Yeah, I know, because he just like his reasoning. I was like
that ain't that. See, but you see, that's what I'm saying. That's how you can see.
As far as what he was saying about, like, so why?
All I was saying is that doesn't translate to day-to-day affairs, Daddy. That doesn't deal with if. Let's just be honest. I'm not saying you're not close to your dad, but I'm 100% that you're a very tight-knit person. And I know this from you to a certain degree with certain people. I know for a fact you're not going and say, Dad, this nigga looked through my house because he thought I was cheating on him. And this nigga goddamn yelled and shouted at me.
My mom that.
He shouted at me and motherfucking made me feel uncomfortable, and I got a little anxious. That would automatically change all that cool nigga shit. You feel me? Cause that's what he see when you speaking of and when you see of or what you see. You gotta give people, and that's what's dangerous is if you gonna tell people, that's even me. You gotta tell me the whole shit. Don't come from no perspective shit and not say, well, I did do this or I did motherfucker. It'd be like, well, he motherfucking and he motherfucking. And I'm still like, I don't, just because I'm cool with you and have love for you, I'm still able to hear your shit objectively. You feel what I'm saying? Till I get around this nigga and ever get to see him or talk to him, I'm just hearing it. I don't have no, oh, this nigga is this. You feel what I'm saying? No set, nothing. Because this is your perspective of what you're going through. But it's important that if you're going to tell it, the motherfucker got to know everything then. Shit. You think he cool? Well, talk to that nigga about counseling then. Shit. Maybe you can convince him.
Right.
Because that be my shit. And you talked about it. How invested are you going to be trying to go through some shit of somebody building themselves up while you're with them trying to build yourself up? It's, to me, if your health was 1,000%, I would say give it a shot. But since that's something that's been there and seems to be there at the present moment, I honestly feel like you are the only thing important right now, not adhering to anyone's anything.
That's where I am with it as well. And like, super sweet individual. But of course, none of us are without flaw. But like, even this past Sunday, well, last Saturday I did a wedding, right?
The Halloween thing?
Yeah, the Halloween wedding. Did I send you any of those pictures?
I seen it online.
Oh, I ain't seen none. I ain't seen it. Um, I think I had pissed him off before I left because it's like he does more talking than he does listening. And this particular day, I was just like, he was trying to tell me his perspective, which I have no problem with listening to. But then he'll get quiet, then I'll start talking. But instead of just letting me talk or just say, hey, let me finish, he'll just over talk me and get loud. And I'm just like, when I say that drives me nuts, it drives me nuts. And so, and he'll he'll be talking like this. So the point of the story is, hold on just a second, okay?
Uh-huh.
Sorry about that. I had 2 calls. Like, I had gotten the call. I told that person I couldn't talk to him right now, and then another was calling at the same time, so I apologize. But, like, it'll be long, drawn-out calls. I'm like, okay. And then I was just like, sometimes I'll be like, hey, spit it out. He's like, well, what you rushing me for? Because it's like, I said, you're drawing it out for no reason. Like, literally will just stop for a full 60 seconds and not be talking.
That's
I'm like,
normal?
huh?
That's normal? That's always how it's been?
Yeah, like, I was like, it sometimes it's worse than others. I'm like, will you come on with the story? I'm like, because you're drawing it out for no reason.
This is a side note. This is a side note. I wanted to know if this is the same thing for women. Because some men allow like an annoying, fine ass woman to get away with shit. Like if she annoying, if she snore, just shit like we don't really fuck with. Like we can't fuck with. Well, them niggas can't fuck with, but cause I can't do it. But is there something about him that got him past being able to do all this shit? That shit seemed very irritating. I don't know how you get past that point.
I do get irritated. He be like, why you get so irritated with me?
The same reason I did last time, nigga. Hurry it up. Nigga, you got to get that Chappelle clock on that nigga. Wrap that shit up, B. Where we at with it, B? That nigga go crazy. I don't suggest you do that one, but in joke, that's what you think about in your head, nigga. When it's happening, I want you to remember, wrap that shit up, B.
Thinking that. I'm thinking that for real, though.
Do you be blinking your eyes like maybe it'll make him like get it out?
On the phone. In person, I can't get a word in. Like, even sometimes on the phone, I can't get a damn word in. I be like, this shit.
Let me ask you this then. Cause I see how it gets to you when I do this shit. But I eventually calm down or whatever. So you saying that don't happen with y'all?
What don't happen?
What I end, like, even if I'm talking, I say, oh, okay, all right, go ahead. Like,
I'll be like, all right, go ahead. Like, I have to start yelling back to get a word in. And then that's not who I am. That shit, when I say it's draining, I be like, fuck this shit.
So what that's what I'm trying to understand. I know it's got to be something because there's no way. What is the okay for me,
So
Ebony?
sometimes I mean, it's like, I really need to write this shit down. I really, really do. Sometimes I think I be looking at the core of who he is, his moral compass and things like that. And I'm just like, am I being too picky? Am I being too extra? Because you dealt with niggas that
No,
have brought.
no,
But that's,
no.
I'm just telling you sometimes my thought
Okay,
process.
okay,
I'm just
okay,
being honest and
okay,
transparent.
okay.
So, but then it's like, um, there are moments where I'm like, okay, let me see if he will do some work or do self work. And I'm like, I'm at a point now where, so called that, Ebony just gonna work on me, and then I'm gonna do what I feel is best. But like, he ain't the forefront of my mind right now. My health, my mental well-being is at the forefront. Like I can, like literally, I had to tell my mama the other day. She was asking me, so she's decorating. We call it her room in my house, and I told her she can decorate the way she wants to. And she kept asking me about. She's like, one day I had got off work. You heard how many people come in my office and they just dump shit. I think you got a little snapshot of that the other day, right?
Every time, basically.
Yeah. So it's that all day long. Problems dropped at my feet. On top of sometimes not eating until 3 o'clock, or whatever the case may be, or dealing with the stress, dealing with people that are mentally ill, dealing with almost being attacked twice at work by mentally ill people, almost attacked. Now, and my mom was like, I'm driving home. This is just an example. Um, I'm driving home, um, and my mom was like, did you decide on the curtain rods right now? I'm like, Mom. Mom.
That what we talking about?
I said, Mom. I said, those curtain rods are the last thing on my mind. It was like, I don't mean to be mean. I deal with stress at work all day, deal with problem solving all day. I don't care about those curtain rods right now. So, so she was just like, but I broke it down. So I said, I deal with people with mental illness. I deal with people that have schizophrenia. I manage people's emotions all day with my employees, and I still got my own stuff that I have to sort through and deal with. Those are not on the forefront of my mind, Mom. I'm sorry. And she was like, I get it. Say no more. I get it. So, I think she understood. So it's sometimes getting Joseph to understand. And like, there's one day I told him, I was like, look, I don't mean any harm. But I don't feel like being bothered by anybody today. And then like a week or so later, he's like, so I have a question for you. I really want to ask you because I've been thinking about it and it's bothering me. When you say you don't feel like being bothered by anybody, does that include me?
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
yes, it includes you. When I say anybody, that means everybody.
I'm gonna tell you something you may know. Like you said your therapist said something, but like I said, I hear this behavior when you're saying he had a setup to the question asking him. That means this man really didn't know how to tear through what he know. He knows what you said, but he needs you to drive the point home so now it can equate the emotion that should have been there, and that's what you should have dealt with when she first told you. Instead of him doing that, he wants to see himself outside of that prism for some reason. He thinks he's that special that he
Well,
can't
I'm
be
sorry.
like everybody else. That's
Like, Like,
Everybody is everybody, nigga. I mean, shit. That's everybody, nigga. Like, hello. Nigga, she
and
ain't
it's
answer
like,
my phone
nigga,
call neither, bruh. What's going on, man? Like, everybody,
you
bruh.
should have been there when I was having a conversation with him about what I'm not getting from him and what I need, or trying to. That conversation was a whole struggle, and I didn't even finish because one, he was in his emotions, which is like, I think is great when a man can show his emotions or be vulnerable to his emotions, especially with his woman.
Yep.
And I'm not one of those women that's like, oh, nigga, man, the fuck up. No, I am not that girl. I am not her.
Uh, I
But
get it.
here's the thing.
I get it. Yeah.
I still think sometimes, in some cases, he lacks emotional intelligence. And one reason why I say that is sometimes he feels, I do think he feels, but I'm also aware that, hey, is he using this against me, or he does get emotional? But sometimes I feel like in times where he should be a support for me, he's more emotional about it than I am. I'm just like,
I think
I told him about the blood thing.
right.
He kind of cried a little. He was like, I wasn't crying. I just shed a couple tears. Like, nigga, you were crying.
You told me about this, and it seemed like his ability still. That was that day I talked to you, and he was supposed to come feed you and shit like that. Just having these emotions without being able to execute are kind of none and void, though. He has to know these things from you, that one doesn't erase the other. It's a combined effort, that you can have that emotion for me, but that same tear you shed should be in place when bringing her no stress whatsoever. And she's expressed to you on several occasions and tried to talk to you that the things you're doing are, that's the only thing that's stopping us from growing and developing is you, my boy. It's not some outside entity. It's not the eye of another man. It's not, it's, I'm going through shit. I'm going through shit.
Sorry.
And you're making it a little bit more difficult, that I can't just simply enjoy you. I have to go through shit with you. It's not enjoyable. It's just that simple. Like, it's got to be enjoyable, or it's not.
It's stressful as fuck sometimes. And it's just like, I'll give you an example. I did a wedding. I got sidetracked. My ADHD.
Okay.
I got side. Like I was telling you before I got off the phone. He got mad at me. So when I got off the phone and called him back, he didn't answer. Well, that was my perspective. He didn't answer, and I was like getting ready to do the wedding. So I'm like, whatever. I'll just call him later. So I called him a few other times, and I was just like, okay. The next day, I had a headshot session, and didn't hear from him until later on that day. And the first time he called, I didn't answer because, one, I was getting ready for my shoot, and my client was there. And so then he calls, like, nothing's going on. I'm like, nigga, not only did you say you were coming over here, you said you were going to church with me, all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't come through with none of this shit. So, which is fine.
And didn't say anything?
Didn't say nothing, because remember, I had been calling him.
What's the justification behind that?
I'm getting.
Oh, my bad.
He said he was sick. I was like, what's wrong? He was like, I think I'm coming down with a cold. I don't feel good at all. I'm sorry, you don't feel good. I was like, so when did you start coming down with a cold? He was like, Friday. I was like, you didn't tell me nothing about it. Not saying he was lying, but I'm just like, hey, you didn't share that information with me. One, because if you're sick, I don't need to really be around you.
Thank you.
Because
Health
with the
reasons.
blood situation,
Yeah.
it compromises me.
Your immune system
So
right
I
now.
didn't say this. Yeah. So I'm talking to him. What do I want? I don't want none of this shit, but I need to eat something.
Where are you at?
Chick-fil-A.
They have salads?
I always get salads from Chick-fil-A. I probably get a side salad with no cheese.
A grilled chicken sandwich, no bread.
Huh?
Grilled chicken salad sandwich.
Huh?
All I said was a grilled chicken sandwich, no bread, and I don't know, some fruit. Don't they sell fruit or some shit now?
I don't like their fruit. I bought me some fruit at Publix last time.
Okay. You need that lettuce wrap then.
I'm gonna get a side salad with no cheese with some grilled chicken.
That works.
So
No Coke.
So damn. I should have got in that line. Anyway, so he was just like starts going into, I want you to come over here and take care of me. I'm saying, Joseph, my parents are over here, and with you being sick, I can't be sick. And he just kept on. Why don't you just come over here and take care of me? Just kept on. Hold on. How you doing today?
That's great.
Ebony, may I have a side salad with no cheese? And may I have a grilled filet?
You know what dressing you like with it?
Let me have avocado ranch, please.
So no cheese?
No cheese, please.
And a grilled filet on the side?
Please.
Alright, that's all.
And may I have a medium lemonade with light ice, please?
But,
Mm-hmm.
you want any sauce there by chance?
Any sauce?
Yeah.
No, the grilled chicken's going on the salad.
Okay,
Eventually,
okay.
anyway.
36. I got you there.
Thank you. You as well. So he keep on. My mom was there, so my mom was like, She was like, don't you go over there and get sick. She was like, you can't afford to be sick right now. And I agree with her. So he just kept on. I said, Joseph,
I can't.
please stop. He was like, why aren't you gonna come over here and take care of me? I was like, do you not understand what my body has just gone through? I said, I had less than half of the blood that I was supposed to have in my body.
How does he not understand that? You said he shed tears because you told him about the procedure.
Right, but the thing, he was just like, I just want you to take care of me. I'm not feeling good, and I just want to be up under you. I miss you. I said, Joseph,
That's crazy.
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you some medicine.
That's crazy.
And I'm gonna send you some food.
That's
so
crazy.
Even though I was running low on funds, I sent him through Uber Eats. I sent some Walgreens. I sent him some. He said he wanted some Theraflu. I sent him some Theraflu, some cough drops, some soup, and everything. And then
Go. Listen, I know you did, cause I know you were taking care of a type person. Ebony, you saying that man that had nothing to take care of himself? He just was gonna sit in his slumber. If you didn't get it, would he have got it? Let's just ask that.
He said he was running low on therapy, and so I'm gonna run something back and tell you something in a minute. But yeah, let me finish the story, and then you can ask whatever questions you have.
Right.
And then so I sent him that because one, I want him to be good, and it wasn't a desire. It wasn't a lack of a desire to want to care for him, because that's not who I am. And then I ended up sending him some chicken soup from Carrabba's.
Oh man.
So,
Ooh.
that shit is Uber Eats period is expensive as fuck. I just sent you 2 separate Uber Eats, and you kept on until I put my foot down. I was like, look, will you stop asking me to come take care of you? I've already told you. He was like, I know. And I was like, and I don't want to hear about it later. I said, you shouldn't say shit about it, because my immune system is like possibly compromised because my body's been working overtime.
Yes.
And so, he was like, you're right. I wouldn't want to make you sick, or whatever the case might be.
So why in the fuck did you?
So it's like why he kept doing that, and like just get on my fucking nerves. But like the day that I had the procedure, he was like, yeah, as soon as you get out, I'm gonna head that way, whatever. Because I had my the blood transfusion in Macon, or Griffith, wherever the fuck it was. I think it was Macon. They right by each other. Anyway, yes, how are you doing today? I'm great. Thank you for asking. My pleasure. Do you have heated seats? Yes, I do. That's nice. I wish I could let you in. I use heated seats every day. Stay warm. Have a great day. You too. Do you guys have crackers? We do. I have to get some gas. My fuel light on. So he came over there. Here we go. Thank you so much. You as well. Take care. So he came over probably around 5 something, almost 6 o'clock. But mind you, my procedure was scheduled for like 10 a.m. or whatever the case would be. I can't remember exactly what the schedule was. So he had talked to my mom while I was in the procedure or whatever, having the procedure done. And because they give you a huge dose of Benadryl before they give you the blood, it kind of knocks you out. I saw him calling, but I ain't answered because I wanted to take care of my rest. And I didn't feel like being bothered. And so, when he came over, my mom was like, Ebony, lay down, lay in the bed, just rest. And my mom and dad, they were originally going to spend the night because they didn't know if he was going to spend the night or not and make sure I was good. But because he came, they were like, okay, we're going to go home after we do some stuff. They were doing stuff around the house. One, he tells my parents, he was like, why are y'all doing stuff? Why are y'all cleaning her house? She needs to clean her own house.
What the fuck is happening? What? Nah.
Wait. He didn't say this shit in front of me. So, wait. I'm not done.
Whoa.
It gets better.
Oh, okay.
Before my mom gets ready to leave, well, he had some Indian food. I just wanted to taste it. Mind you, like, I know this nigga don't make as much money as me, and there's a lot of times I'm treating this nigga. So I'm just asking for some, and my mom was like, he didn't really want to give you it. And then, so he finally gave me some, but he was like complaining the whole time, and I had to keep asking for it. Like, hey, let me taste your food. He was like, I asked you, did you want some before I came? And you said no. I said, I don't want anything. I just want to taste it. So he gave me a bowl of it, which I didn't ask for. And he kept annoying me. And my mom started to get pissed off. She was just like, you don't feel well. Why is he doing that? And,
wow.
Before my mom left, was like, take care of my baby. You know what he said to my mom?
Go ahead.
Well, where was she when I was down?
I'm not trying to laugh. Oh, I'm laughing because that's unbelievable. That's
some bold ass shit, right? Why would you ever say that?
That's unbelievable. Listen. God damn, that's your mama?
My mama.
Listen, you just came in the mix. You just got here.
My mom said She's like, I like him, but he's too comfortable. Like
Man, that's way
the other weekend he was over there, and my mom had a bag, and went to the store and got some.
wow.
Why he was all up in my mom's bag? Like, what did you get? What did you get? Let me see.
No, listen, I know of your mama, but as a grown person that I don't have that rapport, I don't go in nobody's shit. Period. Give a fuck by how nosy. Why is you this nosy as a male? That would be my straight up question if he came to the barber shop.
But he talks too much. He talks too much. I ain't never met a man that talks so damn much. Never. That I've dealt with. No.
How does he offset this shit?
I literally have to yell, shut up.
How do you, okay. You're telling me he's super affectionate, but at the same time, he overtalk you. He talk too much. How does he, because if a woman like that with me, Ebony, I don't know how I get back in a good mood with somebody who I got to yell at about calming the fuck down.
It's hard. It's very hard. I'd be like,
I can't get sexy with that. I can't. I'll roll over and go to sleep on a bitch.
It's been a lack of sex. And like, it's been a lack of sex because I don't be in the mood to deal with him because he done turned me off in so many ways.
Okay, I just want to make sure, like
it's no sex. Like, that's another reason why he said he went through my stuff. Well, we hadn't had sex, and I'm like, nigga. First of all, if I got shit on you, it's no reason for me to stay at this point.
That is the worst way you could have handled, because we ain't having sex. It's called communication and talk to a bitch. It's not called let your emotions have you, bruh. I'm just being raw, dog. I think you are a very unique case, but to compare you to other women, that nigga would have never been able to come back over this motherfucker again. After some shit like, there's so many women who've been through shit that they just feel like any person feeling some shit like that and they ain't doing nothing like that, how we gonna go past
it? I'm not even entertaining anybody else. I ain't kissed nobody. I ain't did nothing. I haven't been doing anything.
Exactly. So,
but I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't. It's like, I know he cares for me, but it's just, I don't know. And then it's like, it really rubbed me the wrong way with some of the stuff he said to my mama. I said, I would never in my life
talk to your
say
mama
what you
like
said
that.
to my mama.
To your mama.
To your mama.
Exactly.
Like, the fuck?
How can you?
I don't care.
Like,
yeah, go ahead.
That's my whole shit. Like, I told you the same thing that nigga that my children's mother called herself going to fuck with, and then went to go see this nigga, and I called for the kids, and this nigga said, you need to worry about the kids. I told, listen, bro, I don't know who the fuck you is, but if all the shit I done went through with this bitch, you think you just finna be that comfortable that you talking to me like that, nigga, you gonna have to die. But I didn't tell this nigga this shit, but I told her in so many words, like, if you finna let that nigga trick you to think you can have these kids, and just because you want to feel brand new and all sexy or whatever the fuck this nigga making you feel, bitch, that ain't reality, ho. It's time to come on home. I don't see how in the fuck that man in his rabbit ass mind would feel comfortable saying a motherfucking thing or stepping out his place. He is a guest, nigga. You are a guest. I don't care if I was putting pipe in a bitch all type of ways. This ain't my house. This not my space.
Okay, hello? Okay, yeah. I hear you now.
This ain't my house. This ain't my space. I don't have no right. I don't know what, like, I would have to really ask that man, like, what makes you the way you are? Because the way you are, I believe you're like this shit all the time. And that may be why you're not used to no real relationship, because bitches wasn't going. You got to think about shit like that, Ebony. You got to think about why. There's something to think about. I'm not saying I know all the reasons, but this shit came to me. Why would a woman not want to have children? If she dealing with a nigga in a certain type of way, and she dealing with stresses, and she dealing with issues, and he may be affectionate and emotional, but he ain't showing it the right way. He ain't going about it the right way of, damn, she knows she pregnant, but he don't know yet, and she trying to talk to him about little bitty shit, but it ain't working out, and she like, well, I'm gonna bring in kids to this situation. I'm already dealing with this stress, and we dealing with financial issues, and are you gonna do this with your t-shirts, or you gonna keep doing this? What we doing? And he like, well, shit, why you pressuring me? So you don't really know fully what the fuck he put other women through that they just wasn't gonna keep on with a nigga. I don't know.
Like,
I remember you
but
said something about his
I asked
sister.
him, I said, typically in your relationship, were you the one that was breaking up with people, or was it more people breaking up with you? He said mostly people breaking up with him, but there were relationships that he ended.
But see, I had to go in detail. Why did they leave you?
Yeah.
Honestly, honestly, tell me why. What other issues did you have with women? And I guarantee that'll show you a whole lot. If he is like you say, well, you say he's loving and affection. Does that mean he's 1000% honest about everything? You think he's just clear cut honest and don't
What'd you
leave
say?
nothing? Do you think he's just clear cut, the most transparent, honest person you know?
Um, I think he's he's. I wouldn't say he's open, but I think that there's things that I don't know if he's just totally oblivious to, or if he's not completely honest about. It's
Right.
something.
Cause some people you can tell like they just when you say they talk a lot, some people that talk a lot tell on themselves a lot by talking a lot. If you just let them talk, they'll tell on themselves about certain shit. If you steer them in the right way, people like that, you gotta let them talk, but then like guide them a certain way to get your answer indirectly.
Right. And and I don't doubt that he waited to approach me or whatever, whatnot. Because we've known each other since we were in high school, whatever. But I think um
So he went. Oh, go
like
ahead.
he was like, I waited till I got my stuff together to send to you. But like, what is that? I should have asked, what does that look like? What did that consist of? But for
Exactly.
him, he was just like, hey,
That doesn't. That doesn't make
uh,
that.
huh?
That I don't understand what that even means to me. On one part of it, are you saying this was the woman of your dreams in your head 20 years ago, and every relationship, even those twins that you could have had, would have been not a fulfillment because deep down you really wanted to be with this woman?
No, I think like, I don't put my whole life out on social media. I don't even really put
You don't
any.
put
I'll put
none of
some
your
stuff
life on
here and
social media, really.
huh?
You don't put
Yeah,
none of your life.
because it's not for everybody.
Right.
I think the most personal shit that I put on Instagram was, and that was this year. I finally put something on there about being shot, and I put something on there about my sister almost dying,
Mm.
because my sister almost died in December of last year. So I don't really divulge that. I ain't out here thought botting. I ain't out here with the thought pose. I'll put my face on there because I feel like I'm cute some days, but I'm not out here just, here's my life is on display. What you laughing at?
You know what the fuck I'm laughing at, but anywho.
Thought botting.
No, I feel cute some days. You know how you don't know how I feel about that. I want to get rid of that shit. Women feeling
Um,
cute. I know y'all women across the globe, well across America. I'm feeling cute today. Bitch, what you felt like over here at the house with me? Was you cute? Cause you ain't take no pictures. Your ass hair was wrapped, goddamn sweatpants, goddamn jogging suit. What the hell is this? Titties just flapping. You You ain't putting no lotion on them ankles with me, but I hear you feeling cute ass motherfucker. I'm cute. Nah, but listen, Ebony, I don't take no joy. I don't take no joy in it, but it's certain things. If you can allow yourself to think that I am a certain type of being, and I know what I know, and I feel what I feel, and I don't want it to be ever where you're unhappy. Just know that I'm not. That's not part of my nature in any way. That I take any satisfaction out of you not being joyous. I just my disclaimer. I feel offended when people I know, whether I deal with you romantically or not, I wouldn't do certain things to you. So I take a small offense of you going through that, even though you're choosing it. I just totally, if I was raw, I don't approve of it. I would stop it. I sure would. If I had more say so, I would stop
But
everything.
like the thing is, like, if you take away um sometimes his I almost want to say erratic emotions, but I can't call them erratic emotions. I would say
Spontaneous.
sometimes
I say that.
spontaneous, like where like a lot of times he's not yelling at me, he's yelling at about a situation while he's talking to me. But to me, my mind is still this nigga is yelling at me.
It's around
That's
you.
how it feels.
It's around you.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It doesn't matter if Ebony shut the fuck up. It's like, why is a person around me talking aggressive? I'm not my I know I've been in your home. Your home is like your sanctuary, like for my mom or other women. Your home is a place of rest and no confusion, no drama, no fuck. You don't come home to hear none of that. None of that for no reason. Because guess what? You don't talk like that in there. So why in the fuck somebody else coming in here talking like that? Hello? You want to go ahead and get the note this month and you still can't yell? The fuck? Mm-mm. Go to your car if you need to shout, nigga. And matter of fact, my neighbors is out of, they don't want to hear that shit. So, nope. You only got to tell me that one time if I was to happen to slip up, right? If I was to happen to slip up, Ev, at your house and get on the phone, like, and somebody piss me off and you like, oh, yeah, everything all right? I'm sorry. My apologies. I'll just.
But he's done a lot better. He has done like a whole heck of a lot better. But it's just like still.
It's a part of him though.
The fact that I can't talk, like I can't have a conversation because I'm competing with you to talk. It drains me. It does.
Y'all both have a similar trait, and that's not something that a partnership can work off of. Is competition. We have to work with each other. That's what me and my cousin had to, you feel me? Over the years, it's got like me and this nigga done almost come to blows and all type of shit. Argue that folk like all type of shit. But now, not no more. You feel me?
Right.
We calm the fuck down, bro. It's a misunderstanding. Calm down. I got you, bro. I thought you meant that. Yeah, we able to talk it out but he ain't used to conflict resolution. I am. But I never got to do it. But I'm used to being able, you say, boss, you pissing me off. What the fuck? And that ain't what I meant. If you took it, you feel me? Not, who the fuck you talking to? And making it about, you feel me? How you talking to me instead of, let's get to the fucking issue of why you even talking like that. Like, oh, I must have pissed you off. No, I don't like how you talking, but let me go ahead and let you know I ain't mean that and see if I can curb your tone and get you at a calmer place so we can, better thoughts can prevail. Because at first niggas be reactive. And when you can't talk to a nigga, that's a dangerous Not saying they're gonna kill you, but that's a unstable motherfucking person. It doesn't matter if you love them or not, Ebony. I know when their mother goes left, she starts repeating herself, and she's not taking in any more information at that point. I know it. If she starts saying that, well, did you hear what I said? Did you hear what I said? Once she do that, it's a wrap. And I foolishly have fell into trying to cut through what I fucking know, Ebony. I know this bitch ain't here no more. They get gone in their own fucking head. And ain't then you can't, that's something he gonna have to do. And until that, it don't matter how better he get, it's gonna come. It's coming. It's coming and it's coming again and it's gonna come. So all you gotta say is, am I able to deal with that? Even if he's sweet and kind, 80%, am I able to deal with 20% right this moment? Because I don't think you deserve that. Whether
Right.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to put you on no pedestal. I don't think he deserves something he might have went through. But you're not the one doing him nothing that he needs to take something out on you. He needs to be respectful 1000% of your wishes. Not no 80%, no 100%, no well, 8 and sometimes and then Tuesday. Cross the fucking board. Are you fucked up toward him Tuesday and then, oh, let me suck your dick Thursday? No, nigga. Same. You get that nigga the
You know, switch
same
up.
care. That's what you want. The same nigga to show up. I don't care nothing about that shit. If you don't want to get the help yet, you better do a good ass acting job, nigga. Cause I don't want to hear you yelling at nothing around me. What you yelling for? You with me at my house. What the fuck the problem is? I don't make you feel safe and warm, nigga. Need me to turn the goddamn heat on? What you need?
It's just like once I get out of character, because I'm like, that is not me. It just makes me feel so bad because it's just like, who the fuck are you to make me get out of character, or for you to trigger me in a way that
Right.
I allow myself. Like I feel like I have to match his loudness to get his attention, and a lot of time it is that way.
Your therapist told you that that's unhealthy, correct?
Yeah, she was just like, no.
That's very unhealthy. It doesn't matter if it's a matter of your mother, dad, brother, sister, co-worker, Ebony. No different from me and you. No, I should I shouldn't have to get to the point of yelling at you or telling you to shut the hell up. I would hope that, hey, Ed, calm down, Ed. Not goddamn bitch, you stupid mother. You feel me? I shouldn't ever have to get to that point with you because I care for you. I don't want to fight with you. We're just
Right.
having a misunderstanding. But if it keeps going to that point, I understand how without us talking about our issues and things that affect one another and us trying to adhere to it, I can see why you in your past have been like, I need to let go of boss because boom, 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 boom. For me, I can understand that. What is difficult for boss to understand is why she left me and did what was right, but deals with shit from people that she doesn't have to go through no different than my shit too. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
what the fuck is the difference between these niggas? And that's how I know I'm not on a competitive issue of trying to be with you. It's simply because I do hold on to the bond that I once had with you of feeling like I was a very close person to you. You told me shit about your life, your brother, your sister, your mother. You told me about other relationships. I felt like I mattered and you cared about me. That, yes, you might have cared about this nigga or that person, but I thought in my time you showed me enough to say, this woman right here has showed me love. Is it foolish of me to still hold on to that? I don't really know, but that's how I do it. If somebody ever showed me great love and care, even if it's been a long time, I still remember the good in them. I still remember the times and the moments. So it is difficult to know that we once had a bond. And yes, there were maybe more circumstances as to where you felt like it was more necessary to leave me. But I can't understand why you would pick up people in your life and allow them to do something that is just not what you want. I understand you can love them and care for them, but you shouldn't have to sacrifice any of your peace for anybody, including me. Shit. Everybody on the same fucking boat. You way more established than I was fucking with you, right? When I was around, you wasn't where you are now. You
No.
hadn't really been through the heartache. You know what I'm saying? This was
Right.
puppy luck to, you know what I'm saying? Not to say you didn't care about me, but you were still a young girl. And we didn't get to like be like adults with each other and spending the night every night and all that other type of shit. We didn't have that where it was just day and night we around each other type shit. But my thing was, if you did, it would have been more difficult. I wasn't right for a lot of shit I did as far as not communicating. Um, but I did try to make a point that I wasn't ever trying to hurt you like these other niggas would, based off me knowing at a particular point in my life, the way you liked me, you probably would have did anything in the world for a nigga. I know I wasn't in the proper headspace to do you the right way, so I didn't do nothing, if that makes sense. Cause I could have
Right.
been any one of these niggas. Not saying it's a whole bunch of niggas, but I'm not that you dealt with. But I'm sure in 20 years, a lot of males have approached you from your past. I could have easily played on that shit for the last 20 years. And I said, I won't
Right.
do no shit like that. I know she is in this situation. If I would have made it about me and you and just what we had, I could have easily not give a fuck about any nigga you was with, Ebby. I would have tried to get you away from him. I would have put
Yeah.
goddamn salt in the tank for the fuck up that situation so I can start spending it. But I never, you can't say that. You can't say in all these years, I tried to sneak myself in just to say I
You never
got
did.
your back.
You never did.
And I didn't want to do you like that because I wanted to be around and rather be your friend and a nigga you call for family gatherings and goddamn important shit in your life than just being some nigga who fuck you. I rather the other. I rather be a part of your life than just fulfilled an emotion or something I'm still holding on to. I gotta have more
Right.
discipline than that. I gotta have more. These are shit I hold myself to these standards that I feel the flesh just like everybody else do. But at certain points, I can't blame nobody but my fucking self when I know I ain't had no real business doing this shit. That's how I look at shit. I look at shit like God be looking over my shoulder like, what you doing? What you about to do? And I can't put no shade over it. I can't, oh, watch out, God. I'm trying to get my dick sucked by Shawty. She a little slizzard. She got down choosing. What am I doing? What am I doing? That's not me. It could be fun, but bitch, I had fun, Ebony. Like I ain't did everything, but fuck it. It wasn't for me then. I ain't gonna get all the three ways and the baddest bitches. Oh well. Oh well. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I gotta do right by people, and I never want to take advantage of you or make you feel like this nigga trying to use me or get around me because of this or that. But
I never once felt you were using me. Ever. I never felt that.
I appreciate everything you ever done for me. All I ever wanted was, if I wasn't getting your love, I wanted whoever the fuck did to care about you like I did. Not saying I'm the best boyfriend. I'm just saying in the way that I give a fuck about you. That's how I expect
Mhm.
any nigga to be around you. I can't. That's all a nigga can hope for. But it hurts. It bothers me when a woman you care about a certain type of way is hurt or going through shit with someone, and you like, damn.
Like,
I don't know.
I wanted to give you an example of this, like, because like a lot of times I have to talk him off the ledge, and I'm like, I need somebody that's gonna pull me off of the ledge, not somebody that's gonna grab my hand and jump off that bitch with me. Like, he was like, I'm real protective of you. If somebody does something wrong to you or does you wrong, I have a problem with it, and I be wanting to do something about it. I said, look, I'm a grown ass woman, and in the professional realm, when it comes to captured expressions and when it comes to Bank of America, you are not to be involved in any of that shit. I said, it is my job to handle that, and I am equipped to handle that. You need to be my sounding board, not my like I'm gonna do something no. It's like I like peaceful shit. Like right now, I drove to a park to sit in my car so I can eat. I like shit like that. I like walking in the park. I like total silence. He likes loud shit. He watching football. He is cussing the TV out and loud as fuck. I'm just like, it disturbs my soul. I'd be like, you know me, I'm easy. Like when I talk, and if I fool with you, I'll talk. But I'm real. Like if I don't really know you, I'm gonna be nice to you. If you talk to me, I'm gonna talk to you. But I'm really quiet.
I remember our last encounter at your home where I spent the most time with you. Yeah, like, based on what you remember, if you were, or if there was a situation where you were around me more, do you think you would get along with me more than just a few moments or hours? Do you think I'm more of a more manageable type of person to be around in a living shared
Yeah,
space?
I mean, I think our interactions in person are actually, not to say our interactions on the phone are bad, but I think they're better in person.
I've always thought so. It's way less miscommunication in person with each other.
I agree.
I think you can read my tone, you see my face and my body language. You know what I'm saying? Um, it gives more to evoking other conversations. You know what I'm saying? Of more in the moment of what we're doing instead of talking about other shit.
Right.
Oh, have you seen this movie? Oh, let me play this song for you real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Like, I miss little shit like that. Like, let me play this song. How you like this shit right here? Or I don't have like no friends. Or oh shit, Ed, what the hell you got going on? Let me come cook something. We chop it up. Goddamn, like I ain't never had shit like that. But that's the type of shit I guess. No, I'm sure of it. I believe that's affected me as to why I take offense to maybe, you giving your time and energy to men. Like I said, not to say you desire to kick it with me, but I miss the
I was
idea.
actually the last 2 days I wanted to drive to where you were because I just needed you. As in, I just wanted to talk to you. And I actually one day, the day that I was like, can you talk? I just really needed a hug. But I was like, you know what? You were busy, so I was just like, deal with it. I don't know why I wanted just to interact with you, but I was just there. Like yesterday after I left work, I was just like, you ain't gotta go to work. That's why I was like, what are you doing? And then you were
Oh,
doing something. So I was
okay.
like, because I was gonna be like, where you at? I was
Well,
gonna pull up,
well, tell you got.
but
I know you
you
spontaneous
were
with it.
busy.
I know
You
you
were busy.
You gotta tell me all of what you trying to do, and then I can adjust from that point.
No, you were busy.
I listen to what I'm saying though. If I know there's more to it, if some if someone is in of need for real, um, like I said, some situations may be a little bit more where I can't move around, but sometimes I'm flexible to be able to. I right now I am, but give me like 20 minutes, and I can maneuver a little better. But I just need to know that. If I don't know it's something pressing, I won't really. It may lose my mind for a moment that something's going on, but I can understand that because, like I said, I hold on to. Um, let's just be honest. The people that, the type of care that you showed me at that age and when I known you, and every time I've ever really been around you, that's a missing thing from my life. What I haven't done, like you said, I haven't tried to like force myself into your life, and because I miss how Ebony do me so good, it's like, okay, I understand it, but I do think about sometimes like how would my life be if she was around more or we were cooler, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about shit like that from time to time, like,
Right.
but I also get roped up to thinking that's just my thinking. That doesn't mean the other person fucking thinks anything like you think, nigga. You holding on to folk. They've obviously moved the fuck on.
But this is what I've learned from you over the years, that now, as I'm older, I'm 40 years old now, like, the person that I'm with has to accept my friends. That's both male and female, which was a challenge for Joseph because my friend Rob will go hang out. Me and my friend Elroy will hang out. It's not often. And Rob is married. I know his wife. His wife knows when we hang out. Elroy has a girlfriend, but we've been friends. And so, at first, Rob, before he married his now wife, Rob tried to date me, but he's atheist, so I was like, no. Like, I didn't even know he was trying to date me. I just thought we were friends. And then I was like, He asked me what my deal breakers were, and the first thing I said was has to believe in God. He was like, well, that cancels me out. I don't know what you mean. He was like, I'm atheist.
That's crazy. I've never even met. I mean, I met some in passing, but wow. Because I want to ask
Yeah.
so many questions, goddamn.
Right. And he allows that. So
That's
his
wild, though.
girlfriend, he had got back with his now wife. He got back with her, and she told him that she's too pretty to be her friend. I don't want you being friends with her. We didn't really talk anymore. We check on each other every once in a while. He would call every once in a while, but then he just was like, "No, you're my friend. Let me be honest with her because you're just my friend. It's just that. It's never been anything inappropriate. We've never kissed each other. None of that." And so the first day I met her was on her wedding day. And so I did their pre-wedding photos for their wedding.
Okay.
So, and we hit it off. Now me and her cool. But the main friendship is with him. And so she was like, yeah, I told Rob I had a problem because you were too pretty to be his friend. And I'm just like, okay, I can't help what I look like. But she was like, but you were the sweetest person. So she's cool with it. And like, she knows we hang out from time to time. It's not often, every once in a blue moon. But like, we've hung out together as well, me, him, and her. And like because I did the winery with the girls, I invited her. He dropped her off. He picked her up.
What do y'all do when y'all
Like,
hang out though?
we just go out to eat. Or he might stop by the house. We watch TV and then eat something. That's it.
Gotcha. I'm only
Or we'll
saying
talk.
because this is a
Hmm?
rarity. I'm only asking questions because it's a rarity. I know it's possible, but most society doesn't see relationships of men and women that can be totally platonic, and we need to have more of that. I believe. I think women should have homeboys, like real ones, even if there used to be something and da 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 da. Like if he really can deal with that, he's not on that no more, and she knows that, not blindly. Not saying you, but a lot of women play stupid because they don't want a nigga. They don't think he want her because he ain't done nothing overly. You feel what I'm saying? But she
Yeah.
not picking up on why does he pick up as soon as I call. That's boyfriend girlfriend shit. He's supposed to, send that nigga a message and be like, hit me back, bro. I got some questions. Da da da. Not he just easy access to you, but got a woman. I don't know about that. Nigga can't be as accessible to a friend bitch than his actual bitch. That's flawed to me. She got to be over the side, the other woman, any women outside of a nigga mama or he got a daughter.
Right.
But
Because, like, one day I had went out to brunch with Rob. And it came up with Joseph. And Joseph started going off, like, yelling at me and cursing at me. I said, who the fuck are you talking to? I literally said, I said, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? I said, you got me fucked up. You will not talk to me in this manner ever. And then got their friend and I ain't got no problem. That's what you doing. I'm like, what you did that?
I ain't laughing. I ain't laughing at all. I actually didn't make. I shouldn't. I ain't make no noise. Just did. Hold on. I said I ain't laughing on that one because once again, I'm only listening to what you're saying and I'm hearing shit that I would never do. So I'm trying to understand when your
He
mama's
just was like, it's not cool for you to do something and not tell me about it.
man, nigga, who you're
So
not
you told
no.
me.
But listen, like I told that nigga, I don't know what the fuck you told this nigga, but I'm gonna blame you first, and then we gonna see if it's him. I'm gonna put it on you first. What did you tell this nigga, Evan? You had to whisper something in this nigga ear while he was fucking you or something to tell him you the king, you the cat, you everything or something.
No.
Cause
No.
that's how he moving. Like I'm King Dingaling. Like I'm just telling you, this is big dick energy shit. That's like it's big. Listen, it's big. It's sounding like. Let's just say this. I'm just from a perspective of a real person that's male all the way through. I'm an alpha nigga, but I do not come because I was raised by women. I have a level of sensitivity to me, and I know how to fit into shit. I know how to play my role, even as an alpha, knowing how to fit in, not come into a space taking over. You got to make a woman feel comfortable. That's one thing I do know. Um, and the shit that you say he does, I don't understand him reacting the way he does without addressing something is wrong. I can't keep going past it because he's your nigga. It doesn't matter who we were talking about. That ain't right. So what would make a nigga move like that besides I'm fucking you? Because he doesn't live there. You don't have a child. You don't have a business together. You don't have mortgage we pay together. There's nothing that's tying you into this woman besides she's allowing it. But if she got rid of you, what do you have on her to say she can't go be with somebody else that you're acting like this? That's my issue with him. I don't give a fuck how much you love him. This is what I would ask this nigga. Why are you behaving this way with a woman you just known and been dealing with this year? Why are you acting so aggressive? Why are you acting so possessive? Why are you so demanding of her time and energy when you say you care, but certain things that you do negate that? Do you understand that? Or are you going to keep the course of going the way, like, has he been asked flat out? I don't care how many changes. Are you going to stop this behavior? That's what you got to get to with people like that. You can't give them wiggle room. You have to tell them, I need you to cease and desist on that behavior. Can you do it? It's a yes or no. And put it in their hands. Since he likes to be in control, since he don't want you, standing up to him, give him the power. Hey, yelling, arguing, fussing, over talking me, all that. I can't do that. So what are you gonna do? However long it takes you to figure that out, I need you to come back and call me when you got that out your system. I understand it's gonna be a process. So I'm not expecting you to be next day brand new. But I expect you to do the work. This is homework. This ain't.
Why are you on my ass? Damn, semi-truck is like riding my ass.
Well, it's time to get a check. God damn it. I'm gonna let you bump me.
I don't want to be hit.
I know that's the sad part. Like, damn, if I could make sure they just tap me and my car damn near blow up, but I not get hurt at all, then I'm doing it. But you can't goddamn predict that part. But that's my only thing. Like, usually men act like that once they're putting dick down on women that act that way. Cause I've heard of this type of thing with other guys that they come into the space now and the woman is doing, like, I've heard this shit a lot of times. I'm not saying to straight compare it, but where the woman is doing a little bit better financially, so on and so forth. The man is a little bit more rough around the edges, but she likes something about him that's different from the guys that she's dealt with. But it's, from behavior to temperament, or how he just, what you said, what your mama said, acting too comfortable too soon. 2-3 years into some shit, I still would never raise my voice and cuss at you or tell your mama what the fuck or go in her bag. But, I probably wouldn't do nothing that he does. I'm not gonna lie. But I was trying to find one. Every now I was like, okay, the going through her shit, nope, nah. The yelling about a bitch, had nope. Around her, nope. Taking too long to talk and then no. I can't vouch for none of them. So that's the thing for me. It's very hard for me to picture me and you doing that and then going to bed well and like, oh, you finna come downstairs and cook with me after we done went into a spat of you having to raise your voice. I just don't see that being desirable for you after so long.
But did I tell you I told him that he's overwhelming? And that I told him, like, you activate my anxiety.
Wow. How did he process that?
He was just like, well, how?
Oh, God.
He's like, but how? I'm just like, I said, you're too much sometimes. That you don't know when to stop. I'll tell you to stop and you'll keep going. It's like, you just don't stop.
Got question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, based off what you've seen, if you took yourself out of it and just diagnosed it, do you think he's capable of having bits of being sociopath?
How would you define sociopath?
They don't. I'm not. I'm going not verbatim, but the way it's described, from what I remember, it's an individual who they don't take accountability for what they do. It's always someone else's fault and someone else's thing as to why they're doing their thing. They don't emotionally attach themselves to the shit they're doing. Somebody else doing, they're very emotional. What the fuck you doing to me? How the fuck you gonna treat me like this? How you gonna do me? But when it comes to what they do to people, they don't fucking, it doesn't register to them that they're fucking you over. They're beating your ass like that. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean? Nigga, you just burnt down half the house and we had a shelter. Man, come on now. That's what you gonna do to me? That's how you gonna do me?
I don't think I could deem him as a sociopath.
It's levels to it though. It's
Maybe so. I mean, he's out of touch. Like, he's
that's
just
a
like,
part of it. Like not being like adhering to reality. They have a separate reality of what is real to them. You can tell them all day. You can tell him you're raising your voice, you doing this, you doing. You can say, hey, this is the thing you're doing that I don't like. So they keep doing it. That's a process of social life. And they don't deep down, they really convince themselves, what? It, what I'm doing to you can't be as bad as you're making it to be. You feel? So I would have to stop because something's wrong with you. Because why you can't take how I am. You get what I'm saying? Like, why can't you take what I do? Why can't you? Mm-hmm.
do this, and I'm just like, I'm telling him what he's doing wrong, and he's telling me how he's trying to love me and how he's trying to be there for me.
Yeah, that sounds scary to me. At this age, if I tell a bitch, hey, excuse me, I'm telling you what's wrong, and she say, but what, I'm trying to love you, man. Did you
Well,
hear?
he just like, I don't know, like, this is what he said, he's like, I don't think you understand. I'm not playing with you when I say, I love you. I'm telling you that he's like, I'm serious about you. I ain't like all these other niggas that fucked you over. Or I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Wow.
That's a nerve. He was just like, I'm playing with you, and then brought up some names. I'm just like, that's the worst thing to do to me. That's the worst. Don't do that shit to me.
But see, that gives him empowerment to that. I'm just telling you, for him, for that type of individual, Ebony, when you let him know about past traumas, he think
I
if
ain't talking about many.
any one of them that he feel like I'm I'm coming in and cleaning all that shit up. Do you understand that? I'm telling you from his perspective, not telling him what you led him to believe. That's what he think in his head of why he act. That's what's going on. You told him anything about the past, and he took that as, I'll never do this and do that and do this, and I ain't nothing like them. It's that bravo
But then I
macho
told
shit.
him, I was like, but you're doing stuff like them.
Oh,
Some
that's,
of them.
yeah, he ain't like
The
that.
big ass roach crossing the street. What the fuck?
There may not be no
Anywho, I'm
roach
sorry.
no
Go
more.
ahead.
But Yeah, that's what went to his head. That's one part of it. Now that I know that part, yeah, he took whatever, I guess, when y'all were at a friendship state or other shit, that, oh yeah, niggas done fucked her over, goddamn. So look, I ain't know none of that. I'm gonna do it right. But bruh, you have to learn uniquely how to love someone. You can't come in stumping your feet talking about this how I'm gonna love. That how you, does it matter how she wants it? And see, that's what make the delusion. And I get, we don't want to think somebody we with could be delusional or be out of touch, but it doesn't matter. It could be your child, it could be your parent. They may be delusional about shit because what you tell yourself, that's what a lot of people live. It don't gotta be real, Ebony. That's why that
Right.
I forgot that big bitch name. That's a male that dressed like a nick, she transitioned and identifies as a female. But this motherfucker is as fat and ugly as I ever seen. But be right on every podcast talking like, you know, I'm a bad bitch. You know, just bad bitch behavior. And you looking at this motherfucker like, what in the fuck? Because no one would just sat out say, hey, bitch, you delusional as fuck. This is a picture we're gonna put in front of you of 100 bad bitches that other people voted on. You don't look none like none of that. Stop saying it. We will no longer allow it. Most of it seemed like he ain't been in a position where many people stepped up to him. Based off the little that I know, ain't nobody really read this nigga his rights about his behavior and where he
Well,
was.
I talked to his sister about him. She just says he just has an attitude that sometimes you can't tell him nothing.
Right.
She just like, hey, it's been like that. She said it has cost him jobs in the past. I think she said relationships. I can't remember. She just said, I don't know why he's that way. Cause me and her were friends growing up.
Yeah, that to me that's a significant thing because if you talk to a lot of men, they'll stand on this, you know, don't let nothing get in the way of your money. You know, they always talking about their money and don't get in the way of the money. If a nigga has something going on that he can't adjust his behavior, his mindset to get in the way of his money, that could interfere in every other aspect of his life. And like again, disclaimer, it ain't got nothing to do with you feeling like you love a nigga or not. This is just where they are with themselves, regardless of who the fuck they are to you. You have to be able to understand, I can't help this nigga the way he need help. And if he think he gonna use me as a crutch to not get the help that he need to get because he gonna be up under me and he gonna be banking that I'ma always be here and he ain't got to figure it out right now. He can figure it out next year around this time. Huh? I'm just telling you that don't sound like no shit you trying to do. Be back here next year. And if you do, praise God to you, sister. But
What's frustrating is even when I was trying to have a conversation about what he was doing and what I need and all that stuff. One, he didn't hear me all the way out. He was overly emotional and he was loud. He was over talking the conversation. But then all you wanted to talk about was having a baby. Like, no, nigga, I didn't have a baby with the nigga I was married with on purpose.
That's my thing. How the fuck does he think? What the fuck came across his head? But see, that takes us back to that part about him needing to get that checked on about what that did to him with that abortion. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if he's negating your health issues, he's negating the things that you're telling him you don't like. That's a part of the sociopath shit of he doesn't get it. He's not picking up on no cues that this ain't the time to be talking about further attachments to you. We can't get this shit fixed. You want me to be pregnant? Oh shit. You want me to be pregnant? And what I gotta deal with? You telling my mama I need to get my fat ass up and clean the house next? This bitch ain't even been in here. Not bitch, but she ain't even been in here cooking.
But you know what my mama told him when he said that about the cleaning?
What up?
She's like, why aren't you up here helping?
Exactly. You over here.
Enough.
You over here taking shits and goddamn all in the refrigerator. You could dust some too, huh? The brooms in the closet.
That doesn't hurt me. It's like his choices with money sometimes. It just is like based on what he's told me, because like after I found out what his credit score was, I was like, oh hell no. I had to ask him a couple questions, and then I did find out how much all of his bills per month is, and I'm like, that ain't shit. I was like, this nigga should have way more take-home money than I do. Like, my average spending for bills and everything for the last 2 months has been over $5,000 for bills and different stuff. Now,
God damn, Ebony.
he should, huh?
I said, God damn, Ebony.
Right, that part. So, he should take home anywhere from $4,000 to $5,000 a month, right? So let's just call it $4,000. You pay all your bills, and you're left with $2,490 to do whatever the fuck you want to do, because your car insurance is in there, everything. So that's like groceries, gas, whatever. You shouldn't be eating almost $2,500 in food, right?
Oh, I know what's happening. Slick, you remember D? That he was living no children, 1 bedroom. He wasn't buying groceries and cooking. He was eating out several times a day. He was going to buy fashion. He had a habit of smoking marijuana and not selling it, and motherfucking just spending. It's usually several different habits, and just no real set discipline to funds is what usually happens.
But here's the thing. He doesn't smoke. He drinks, which I'm not the craziest about. But like, he lives a simplistic life. He wears t-shirts and jeans. T-shirts, jeans, and hoodies.
The money going somewhere, Ebony.
Exactly. So it pisses me off that, like, the other day,
he should be
mind
paying.
you, I got way more bills than he got.
Of course.
I got 2 cars. I have a 1 car note, and I pay for 2 insurances. I got a mortgage. I got all this other shit that I got to pay for.
Yeah.
I got a text message talking about thank you for the care package. And I had already told him, hey, it was a stretch for me to send you those care packages because I'm running low right now. But then you turn around and ask me for $200. And throughout our span, you've asked me for money a couple times. So it's a turn off to me. How can you want to be my husband so much and be and I'm not saying, and nothing wrong with helping. Don't get me wrong. I would not mind helping my mate. But when you are supposed to have more take-home money than me, I have a problem with that.
No, I like that you give your disclaimers, and you're right. It is nothing wrong with helping friends, families, but it has to make sense as well.
Right.
And
So you know I'm a giving person.
Can I tell you a quick
What?
thing?
What?
Just real quick. In the last few years, because of being mainly on the entrepreneur shit, I've had some lumps and taking some losses, as well as shit been slow. In all honesty, because of the shit that I know you're a very giving person, and the shit that I know you've given to other people, I didn't even feel comfortable enough coming to you and saying, Ebony, I'm about to get paid in about a week, but dead serious, like I just need to hold like $100. I promise you I'm gonna get it back. Like, I don't even feel that comfortable, even though I think deep down you would try the best to help me or whatever. I wouldn't. If I have it and you know that I'm making money, you know I'm only coming to you because I'm fucked up. But and when I heard what you just told me, that I'm just giving to you raw. I'm not trying to make you feel no type of way. Taking it to you raw based off you saying he at least making four. He lives a simplistic life, no children, da 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 da. To me, that comes off as taking advantage of, especially not being understanding that you're already low on your funds. Like, I'm not considering you. I'm only considering myself. And I would never do, like, I never have spoken to you in the times that I swear you were the last person. Not to say you're the last person I think about, but in the sense of, damn, I really don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get this money. It's not a whole bunch of money, but like I'm at zero around this bitch. I still have not picked up my phone and been like, look, I know we ain't talked in a while, but I swear, I promise I just need it. And I almost broke down. I just didn't move or ask no one. But I felt the way when you just said that, because I know I've been in a situation where it was gonna be very beneficial, like it would have helped my kids or some shit like that, and I didn't have it, where I didn't even reach out. Like, what the fuck is the $200 to go to, nigga?
He told me what it was for. It was to pay his bills, but it's just like I got so aggravated.
What bills?
I was so aggravated. Like, I'll read the text message. I will read this. Let me read the text message.
What? So are you living beyond? You say he's simple. So where is he living beyond his means at? Somewhere's.
That's what I want to know, because he only has one credit card. He don't have a car note. He drives a '97 pickup truck, and it's just like I don't understand. I don't understand. So he asked me, hold on.
That's crazy. I don't get that. I just, if I made.
He said, how are you?
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead. How are you this morning? Thank you for my wake-up call. I was on time. Hey, can you do me a huge favor, and I'll be sure to get you back Friday morning. Say good morning. I'm well. You're welcome. I'm glad you were on time. What's up? He said, I wanted to ask if you can Zelle me $200 between today and tomorrow. I'm sending my rent off today, phone bill and power tomorrow, and I want to be on the safe side in case they hit my account before Friday. I give it right back to you on Friday morning. So you mean to tell me you've been talking all this shit all year, talking about I want to buy you a ring by the end of the year, which I told him, I said, stop focusing on that. I said, it shouldn't even be a thought in your head about getting me a ring. I've been very clear, very clear. So how do you have, or can you buy a ring when you need to, you like first set of money, I know he was going through something rough, something was happening to his truck. He didn't ask me, and maybe that's where I fucked up. I gave him $150. That was early on. Then, around
that's where
Memorial
you fucked
Day,
up.
huh?
That's where you fucked up.
Right. And around Memorial Day, he was like, hey, can I borrow $200? And I'm thinking it's for bills or something, and I know I make more money than him. That's it. Nah, I gave it to him.
Man.
You know what that nigga did with that $200? You know what he did with it?
Give it to me, please.
He bought fireworks.
You took my money and bought some goddamn shit to blow up.
Yeah.
Man, nigga, I could have went to the store and got you a racing car. What else you want? You want some toys?
So,
Man.
So, after that, instead of giving me my money back, ask me what he did.
You say he ain't give you your money back?
Not at that time, no.
What did he do?
It's funny how I got my money.
How?
He went and bought me a bag. He bought me a purse. That was probably about $100. A Coach bag. It was a nice bag. Very nice bag and a little wristlet. But yeah, he bought me a purse.
That's not.
I could have bought my own
exactly.
Purse. I didn't ask you for a purse. And then when we were looking at purses, you didn't even buy the one that I wanted.
You got the one you wanted to get from me.
Yeah, because it was cheaper.
Oh, see, how you gonna be cheap on somebody who's how you gonna be cheap on somebody who will spend money on you? You ever get a fucking black woman that will spend money on her hard-earned money on you, my boy? You cannot turn around and be no cheapskate with her, nigga. You gotta show the same motherfucker.
And then you told me they didn't have the one you wanted.
You could have ordered it, nigga, and waited then. Thank you. Well, get out of here with that, nigga. Don't tell me that.
But I was like looking at him like.
Don't tell me no shit like
well,
that.
my parents didn't know he gave it to me in front of my parents. So they're like, oh, no. And in my head, I'm like, I'm not going to embarrass him. I'm going to be very thankful and show gratitude in front of my parents. But really, in my mind, nigga, just give me my fucking $200 back. I got fucking bags, shoes, and everything that you want. I turned a fucking room into a fucking closet. I don't need shit.
Damn.
But my money.
And you could have handed my money. And matter of fact, hand my money around the corner, out of eyesight, nigga. I want it the way I gave it to you, nigga. Discreet, nigga.
So he didn't give me the money.
I know.
And then we were going on a trip to Panama. Prior to going to Panama, he was like, "Hey, let me get $50. Let me borrow $50. I gave him $50. And so when we were going on the trip, he booked the room, and I was gonna book, and I booked the car. And so my friend who does travel has a travel agency business. She basically was telling me, "Hey, why didn't you go through me?" And I wasn't even thinking about it. I said, I wasn't even thinking about it. So she was gonna get the room for way cheaper. I reached out to him. I said, "Hey, she's getting the room for way cheaper." He was like, "I don't want to do it that way." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean? You want to not save money? Make it make sense." Because I'm pissed off in my head. I'm like, this nigga his total was up to $250, and you ain't gonna want to save $100? What the fuck? So we argued about that shit. I was like, that does not make rational sense to me at all. I said, does not make fucking sense.
It doesn't make
I want
sense
to do it the way I wanted to.
It doesn't make sense to another man too.
Huh?
As a male, I'm just agreeing with you that even as I'm different from you, when it comes to saving money on travel or groceries of any kind, rental cars, hotels, flight privileges, hell yeah, bitch, let's go on and get that. What the hell you talking about? Cause it's what? What's the problem?
So, you do that, and then I had to break it down to him. Like, you just borrowed $50 from me, and you borrowed $200 before that, and you haven't even given my money. I said, not only did you buy a bag that I didn't need, you could have just given me my money back. I said, and then you just buy $50 all other. Oh, I need the $50. I got it in my account, but I just don't want to get too low in my account. So you can take money from me, so you're good. But you don't know. Maybe I sacrificed to get that shit to you.
Man, Ebony, you nicer than a motherfucker, man. Can I say that to you? And I ain't trying to be funny, but you too motherfucking nice. Can I say this to you? You are loving,
Go ahead.
I look. Listen, I'm just being straight up. I'm being straight up with you. I know 9 times out of 10, my views and what I want from women would have probably been the only real reason you didn't fuck with me if I pursued you and kept in your life and in your face. And I knew deep down you probably wasn't gonna be okay with me wanting some more pussy or you licking on some pussy from time to time. Like you said, every blue moon. Every blue moon. But on some straight up shit, with you, I'm being all the way real. The thing I adored the most from you and remember is how you would show care and concern. I remember being sick. I remember telling you what candy I want, and you pulled like, that's the shit I remember about you. That I do miss that. And I felt like other niggas have gotten to enjoy you. And yes, I'm not saying you ain't supposed to love and care, but I do not and have not felt confident that these men would have appreciated you. I'm not saying I was supposed to be in those situations, but in our own situations, I just felt like I would appreciate you way more than the people that get you, because they don't understand how rare that is for a woman to, in these days of climate of social media, of telling bitches the niggas better have this and have that you don't do that, and you will do for niggas, and they don't. That's not right. That
No.
that you had the money, but you took
like,
my monies. What you talking about? You gotta go to your
Right.
homeboy
Even
for
if it
shit
was
like that.
$50.
It doesn't
that's
matter
what-
the amount. It's
Yeah.
you're making plans for yourself with my. You're not considering me. You're considering you with me.
But this is how I ended up getting just the $200 back, right? So, I was struggling. But then sometimes I'm struggling. I got my bills in a little bit. So he was like, hey, baby, you need me to give you $200 or something? And I'm thinking in my head, shut your mouth, Ebony. Just say yes. Take the money, because this is the only way you're going to get your money back.
Gotcha.
So that's how I got the $200 back. But it's just like,
because he mentioned.
It just made me look at him funny.
Because he mentioned you want me to give you 200. That's how he said it, like out of nowhere type
like,
shit.
You want me to? He's just like, you need me to give you some money, to help you, or good, or you need to give you some money, or I can give you some money. So he said $200. I'm like, nigga, this is not giving me money. This is giving me my fucking money back. But let me put a pin in this situation. I'm about to get rubbed on for a minute, and I'll call you when I'm done, okay?